So it's Women's Weekend at Ray's right now, and there's also a contest in Saudi Arabia going on next weekend, and all of the ladies that everybody knows of are going to that. So we have a little bit low key of a Women's Weekend as far as the BMX side goes this year, but we still have Beatrice. And I filmed a couple clips of her and Adi here. Why did you stop? Just jump!
I couldn't. I didn't have the leverage. I think my pedal was down.
Let's check the tape. Accurate. You can't hop while you have your pedals up and down.
Exactly.
Fair enough. I take it all back.
Oh, you were right there.
You can ride off it.
I don't want to ride
But
off
you
of
can
it.
definitely hop too.
I want to hop off. I'm just happy that I'm getting on.
Well, you're grinding the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have enough speed that it makes it a little scary.
Yeah. I mean, I could just ride off of it, but I just don't want
I think you can hop.
I think so.
Oh, there it was.
I'll take it. I made an effort to move my bar. Thank you.
You did good. It was perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was it. What'd you say?
I'll be a new learner as well.
Yeah, that was great.
Hi. We really vlog. You're good at this.
Thanks. You run the freaking website for women.
Oh, hey, yeah, you're right. I didn't give any context. Beatrice, hi. She runs, or helps run, the Balloon BMX, which is what is it?
It's just a website.
It's not just a website.
It's like the best freaking thing on the planet. It's a collection of people who dedicate time and...
Okay, I just cover women's BMX. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right.
See, you should have just said it from the beginning. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Thank you. What are you doing? Listen. Not quite. That was closer. Better. What you need to think about is extending to where you feel that,
I just have to do
that's what you want to do. And then
steak leg. I called you a line at my local. You have to call me shots at your local.
that's fine. That's getting there. That one was good. Lean back more. That was close. When you go into it, you lean way back, bend the knees so that you can hop to get out of it.
Okay.
You're just kind of locking up and stuck there. Oh, that was way better. And then you compress and hop out. Perfect.
2017, I think was the first time we all kind of met in this room and did a little flatland sesh. And I left it being like, bikes are so cool. You know, all this is cool, but this was just really nice. I don't get to just do this stuff because I don't know how. And she's so, look at her, she's so good at it. And get this, I never see her, so it's just really special.
You guys are from?
Love her.
You guys are from far away.
I'm from Pennsylvania. She's in Illinois, but when I started riding bikes, I got on the internet and was gonna find more girls, and her and Nina were the first two I found, and I just was fangirling.
my god.
Dude.
No, Charlie Bowers. Charlie Bowers came before Charlie
Crumlish. Charlie is awesome. Why should all the ladies watching right now who weren't here this year and who have never come to Women's Weekend come next year?
You know, that's a great question. Women's Weekend provides so much more than, you know, what people think the event's about. It's really about camaraderie and making the community come together. So closing the park it takes away the stress of this. So having space to like just think and take your time and work together with someone else who cares as much about your growth as them, it's incredibly valuable. And the fact that Raise allows it to be free makes it completely accessible to anybody, regardless if they can, you know, afford to have their own bike with rental fleets here. Like this event is amazing. You know, I always say that if we could bottle up the energy these events create, we would be millionaires. Like it is unbelievable, the energy. When you bring women together that have a like-minded goal, what they accomplish is just, it's pure epicness.
So you mentioned shutting down the park. Can you just give details for someone who doesn't know what that actually means?
Oh yeah, so as you can see behind us, there's a tremendous amount of people here, and not everybody's on the same mindset, speed, skill level. So women often just let other people take up space because it's easier for them to wait. We can just be very patient. But what ends up happening is when the park is full of people, the women just don't ride. Like they don't have the courage, they don't have the bravery to just drop it in front of someone because we feel like we're in the way. So closing the park and just having it be, you know, women, it's valuable because everybody understands we're all in the same struggle. We're all trying to learn. We're all trying to just, you know, be in an area it's pretty easy for a guy to start riding. Like their fear level's a little higher, so they can just be like, oh yeah, just go fast and pull up. But a woman has to analyze every little thing, and sometimes a little bit of hand-holding allows them to be able to thrive in a culture of whether it's mountain biking or BMX or, you know, whatever bike they choose. But having the space be a little slower allows women to be able to think a little longer.
Yeah. So, would you say the session that was just had here in this little red area is like a level below what the actual women's event is like?
Yeah. I mean, the session that's happening right now, we do it at Raise Women's Weekend, we do it at the Ride Like a Girl Weekend at the Wheel Mill, we do it at the Women's Caddy Jam and Posh. So this group of individuals, we're always pushing each other, and especially the next generation, to know as much as they can at a young age so we can have a bright future of little kids who ride.
So basically the session that's currently going on right now where we are is like a taste of what the actual event is like.
We really need to be better about sharing the information we have with the next generation so they can continue to grow. So I just call it like planting seeds. Keep planting seeds and see what grows, because you shouldn't be stingy with your knowledge. You should share what you know and help those that are coming up, and our sport will stay thriving.
And my words on that is just celebrate cool stuff. Just celebrate what's cool.
I agree. And BMX is cool.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I copied her bike. It was so crazy. Like, I ran into her at San Diego and I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I know you would. Like,
Was that the first one in the wild that you saw?
I've seen a couple, but I guess I was somewhere I wasn't expecting. Like, I forgot you lived there, and like I just was like, what? Yeah, like she hit me up, and then I like totally forgot that she was in town.
That's funny.
It was
Awesome.
a crazy cool moment. Yeah, we were like, oh my gosh, they're twins. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Is this the best part of Women's Weekend? Watching young girls learn tricks.
I like literally feel like I turn them into a video game character with this like, I don't know, the point of view thing, following them. They're jumping and like doing all the things, and I'm like, this is the coolest ever. Now I can just play it back. And like,
And you're watching Casey in real time learning wall ride and jumping all the jumps. It's cool.
no, it's super cool. I like that they're just like, they're like little sponges. You're like, you got this, and you're like, do it. And that's like, sometimes all you need is just someone to tell you you got it, and then they're just doing it. But it's nice to have a bunch of cheerleaders that are like, hyping you up, you know?
After you're doing the wall ride, you inspired this little kid to try it. And he just did it for the first time.
Another question for Carly that Nina, oh, she's going right now, so we're okay. I'm kind of curious because Nina moved back to Cleveland, I think it was last year at this point, and I'm kind of curious if you feel like it's had an impact for the better of things in the scene.
Oh, for sure. Nina is a magnet for, good communities, especially for the women. I'm biased with her being my best friend, but she definitely brings the stoke that allows people to kind of like brush off the scaredy webs of, I don't really want to try this.
It's happening right now.
And she's just like, hey, you want to try this? Hey, you want to try this? I know how to do this. You want to try this? So like last year she taught me and Casey and Peyton how to do no-footers. So there's things about her that are just, it's contagious. Like it's always a good time when Nina's around. So I'm super thankful that she moved to the East Coast.
Nina is a special person, and I even notice myself more and more people coming through town that I think might not have come through town if Nina didn't live here.
Right,
I
I
really
agree.
noticed it.
I agree, because they would go to Austin instead.
We're trying to get all the girls together, close together, so that we can do a nice train. And I'm Brant because we went twice already. So, yeah.
Did you start this event initially? You helped start it?
Yes, she did.
Okay, my question to you, and this is a question from Carly. What do you feel the long-term effects of events like this are and that you've seen for the women's side of BMX?
Think of the original first Ride Like a Girl event and who came to it and where they are now.
Well, that's exactly what came to mind is like all the girls that were coming when they were like this big, their parents were like, dropping them off. Like they're like overseas right now competing for USA. It's freaking sick.
Literally, that's why they're not here.
Yeah.
Is because they're on their way to Saudi Arabia for a contest that could get them into the Olympics.
But besides all that, like so many of them have come back, but with friends or their family members, and like
Or their moms.
yeah, like basically it's like wildfire, you know, just domino effect. Like, oh yeah, it's so much fun, you gotta go to this, and then like there's a whole other couple of vans full of people road tripping together. Like there's an Airbnb with like 20 girls sharing like a whole space just to be here, like in Cleveland, you know, and they're from all over, and it's really, really awesome. It's such a cool tradition. I mean, I was looking for an excuse to have like my own weekend selfishly, and you know, Ray was like, you can do whatever event you want, but it has to include mountain biking. And I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer, of course. And here we are, like, I don't even remember how many years later. It's been like 14 years, 15 years, 16 years. I don't even remember what year it was that I started working here, maybe 2008. And that was the condition, like, I'll work here if I can have a jam here. And then sure enough, like, it's still going. Even though, like, it's changed hands over the years, the spirit is still there, and there's still a huge growing demand. And I'm just stoked that there's even, it's just really fills my cup.
The future looks good.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's important to have something that's not a contest to look forward to. That's like the other part of it. And that was huge of Ray's to just give us a couple of hours. I mean, you've seen the park on the weekends. It's kind of crazy, especially if you've never been here and you just want to ride and not get run over. Like, or
Even
wait.
if you're good, and even if you're not a beginner, it's hard. It's hard to share the space with everyone.
I mean, you know, you go to the bowl and you might wait 30 minutes to drop in, and then like, well, that wasn't my best run because I had to warm up again. You know, like that happens, and that's part of us all wanting to be here. But at the same time, it's just nice to have like a weekday feel of a sesh, but with a bunch of cheerleaders.
It's
Experience
so
that.
rewarding for us to see someone figure out the fundamentals of like jumping or riding fast.
But not only that, like once they figure it out, they're telling the next person, like they're helping them, and that's BMX. Like if you could, like I didn't have events like this like when I first started riding, but I like leaned on everyone I was around. I was like, how'd you do that? Can I follow you? Like, and everyone was really cool about it. But like, you just kind of have to keep having an open mind. But like to be surrounded by so many people that can also break it down into steps for you is like, oh, like you're just hooking it up, you know. And
But it's also really flexible. Like you can take coaching, or you could just ride with your friends. Like it's not.
you don't have to take a clinic.
Yeah.
Like, you could just have the time to go session things without being in anyone's way. Like it's sick. The park doesn't open on Fridays from 12 till noon technically, but from 12 to 4 is just 4 hours. 4 hours out of the year that like they shut the park down for a special event, and I'm so grateful that they're willing to do that. And I'm sorry
because, like,
the Shred
The
owners.
guys at the front desk are a blessing because they put up all of our battles.
Dude, yeah, it's like the hardest 4 hours for them because they have to explain why it's women is only 4 hours.
Oh, for all the people trying to come in.
Yeah, and it's just like,
yeah.
like every year it's like the worst 4 hours of working at Ray's is telling people that they can't come in for just a couple more hours. So it's like, thank you everyone for your patience and the behind the scenes at Ray's for holding it down and just helping be an awesome venue for us to like have a day.
Like the staff at the front desk worked so hard on Thursday night to get all the rental bikes labeled and all like the stuff organized. Like there's such a huge help to make this possible.
What's really cool is it's like everyone's welcome. Like we're all riders. It's like everyone just I've had such awesome feedback that like everyone's able to learn and ride at all abilities and levels, and like if you're having trouble, everyone reaches out, and it's like it's been really refreshing, you know, like when everyone comes through that door, we're all riders, and it's super like just assuring that like we're gonna be here for a while, you know?